September 1938, and Hitler has invaded Czechoslovakia. Over here, Britain is awakening to the drastic need for air raid preparedness. Trenches are dug, gas masks step up production, and here's a scene that sums up this grim chapter in our history. But don't let's be satisfied with these pictures of the other fella coming forward. We all know the risk, death in its most ghastly garb. So listen well to your Home Secretary, Sir Samuel Hoare.
Come along to help us to make your country and your homes as safe as we can make them.
Things don't sound too good.
The rise of the bomber had changed the face of modern warfare. In Manchuria, in Abyssinia, in Spain, civilians had suffered terrible casualties. It now seemed as dangerous to stay at home as to enlist and fight in the front line.
First pictures from the Basque Republic of the holy city of Guernica, scene of the most terrible air raid our modern history yet can boast. Hundreds were killed here, men, women and children. 4,000 bombs were dropped out of a blue sky into a hell that raged unchecked for 5 murderous hours.
This hand rattle means gas. Put on your gas mask and keep it on.
The government was as worried about poisonous gas as it was about bombing, and films like this one were made to prepare people for the horrors to come.
Do not be alarmed by noise in an air raid. Much of it will be the noise of our own guns dealing with the raiders.
These early information films tended to talk down to people, often because the people writing them had no idea of how to write for a mass audience.
But they had to warn people.
True, and the threat seemed very real. The government feared widespread panic.
Give me the outbreak of war.
September 1939. Windows are darkened to render blackout complete. Anderson shelters stocked. Even the inmates of the city zoos have been moved to safety. On the whole, Britain has taken the declaration of war quietly enough. But how about this jolly scene, captured recently at a dance hall in Streatham? It's a good way to get to know your respirator. Meanwhile, there's more merriment down on the farm. So, how do you like country life?
Oh, it's wonderful, sir. It's wonderful, sir.
And you, George, what have you done since you've been here?
Well, I've seen, a rabbit.
What's this about then?
They're evacuees.